Many are called, but few are chosen. If you have found your way to this message, understand this. It was not by chance. It was an answer to a question you may have only whispered in the quiet of your own heart. You've always felt it, haven't you? A sense of being set apart, a weight of purpose on your shoulders that others don't seem to carry. You've walked through life feeling like you're operating on a different frequency. This isn't your imagination, it is your calling. This video is a key, but it is not for every lock. For the unprepared, these words will be meaningless. But for you, the one who was guided here, they are designed to protect your spirit and empower your mission. What I am about to reveal could alter the course of your spiritual journey. So listen closely. You are a rare soul with a divine mission on this earth, and it is crucial that you understand the path you walk. Your mission is too important, and the forces that may stand against you are too strong to face without preparation. The first and most vital lesson for a chosen one is the importance of sacred secrecy. This isn't about dishonesty or hiding in fear. It's about profound discernment, knowing what to share, with whom, and when. People can sense there is something different about you. Some are drawn to your light, but others may feel threatened by it, consciously or unconsciously. Not everyone has your best interests at heart, and not everyone can comprehend the path you walk. Jesus himself warned, "Do not give what is holy to dogs, nor cast your pearls before swine." As a chosen one, you carry precious pearls, divine wisdom, unique gifts, and a spiritual anointing that not everyone is ready to receive or respect. Your journey requires you to protect them. Secret 1. Protect your spiritual insights. Your spiritual insights are sacred downloads from the divine, and not every revelation you receive is meant to be shared openly. As a chosen one, you will be given wisdom that others might find confusing, strange, or even laughable. This isn't because you are wrong. It's because they are not yet equipped to understand what has been revealed to you. Think of it this way: you wouldn't plant a precious, delicate seed in barren, rocky soil. You would nurture it in a protected space until it is strong enough to survive in the outer world. Your divine insights are those seeds. They are meant to first guide you, strengthen you, and take root within your own soul. If shared carelessly or prematurely, these precious truths can be diminished, ridiculed, or worse, twisted and used against you. This doesn't mean you must remain silent forever. There will be moments when the Spirit prompts you to speak, and you will know when the time is right. But until that moment of divine alignment arrives, guard your insights like the treasure they are. Trust the inner knowing that a part of your mission is to protect this wisdom until it can be revealed in the proper time and place. Secret 2. Keep your vulnerabilities hidden. Yes, even the chosen ones have weaknesses. You are divinely guided, but you are also human, prone to moments of doubt, fear, and exhaustion. The second secret is that these vulnerabilities should not be exposed to everyone. Why? Because not everyone will offer you compassion. In fact, some will use your moments of weakness to attack you. We live in a world where energy is currency. When you show your vulnerability to the wrong people, you open yourself up to being drained by spiritual parasites. They are drawn to your light not to warn themselves, but to consume it. They feed on drama, doubt, and the emotional energy released when you are at your most vulnerable. Be discerning about who you trust with the tender parts of your heart. As Jesus did in his final hours, he did not expose his anguish to the crowd. He brought only his closest circle to the Garden of Gethsemane. Learn from this. You need a trusted few, but your inner sanctum must be guarded against those who would use your pain for their own gain. Secret 3. Guard your energy like a sacred flame. Your energy is your spiritual currency. It is the fuel that powers your divine mission. People are drawn to you because your energy radiates at a different frequency. This is both a blessing and a burden. There are people, and even spiritual entities, who will seek to drain you of this energy. These are the energy vampires, the ones who always seem to need something from you but offer nothing in return. They come with their problems, their negativity, and their drama, all while pulling from your spiritual reserves. It is no accident that you feel drained after certain interactions. That is your spirit telling you that your energy is being depleted. You are not obligated to pour into everyone. Yes, you are called to serve, but a healer who doesn't rest cannot heal. Guarding your energy is paramount. How? First, recognize when you're being drained. Trust your intuition. If someone consistently leaves you feeling worse, that is a sign. Second, practice the art of saying no. It does not make you selfish. It makes you a wise steward of your sacred energy. Third, be ruthlessly selective about who you allow into your inner circle. They should be people who contribute to your growth, not those who feed on your light. Secret 4. Keep your presence sacred. Beyond your energy is your very presence, the essence of who you are. Your presence carries a weight and a divine purpose. When you enter a room, the atmosphere can shift. This is not your ego. It is part of your calling. But with great presence comes great responsibility. Not everyone is worthy of sharing space with you. This may sound harsh, but it's a necessary truth. Some will be intimidated by your light. Some will be envious, and others will try to diminish it because it reminds them of what they have not yet cultivated in themselves. Therefore, you must be intentional. Be mindful of the environments you place yourself in, as you are more sensitive to their energies than most. Understand that your presence is a gift, not an obligation. You wouldn't throw a priceless treasure into the mud, so why would you place your sacred presence in environments or relationships that tarnish your light? And finally, embrace the power of solitude. Solitude is not loneliness. For the chosen one, it is a form of spiritual preservation. It is where you recharge, reconnect with the divine, and strengthen your spirit for the journey ahead. If Jesus needed to withdraw from the crowds to pray, how much more do we? Secret 5 and 6. Master silence and discretion. In a world that thrives on noise and oversharing, silence is one of your greatest allies and most powerful shields. It is about knowing when to speak and when to hold your tongue. When you choose to remain silent, especially when provoked, you are harnessing control over your own energy. Not every battle is yours to fight. Like Jesus before his accusers, Your truth does not require validation from those who are committed to misunderstanding you. Hand in hand with silence is the art of discretion. This is knowing what to reveal and what to withhold. Your spiritual journey is like a delicate plant. It needs time to grow strong roots before it can withstand the harsh elements of the outside world. Revealing your plans, your progress, and your breakthroughs prematurely opens the door to interference, jealousy, and spiritual attack. Move in silence. Let your spiritual power and the fruits of your labor speak for themselves when the time is right. Secret 7. Master your emotions. As a chosen one, you will experience the full spectrum of human emotion. But here is where your path differs. You cannot afford to let your emotions control you. To be effective in your mission, you must learn to master them. This isn't about suppressing them, but understanding them, where they come from, why they arise, and how to channel them in a way that serves your purpose. You are a spiritual warrior, and like any warrior, you must remain calm and focused in the heat of battle. When emotions take over, your judgment becomes clouded, and your ability to make wise, divinely guided decisions diminishes. The enemy, whether spiritual or physical, thrives on creating emotional chaos. When your emotions are in turmoil, your spiritual defenses are down, making you vulnerable to the very forces you are here to combat. Mastering them is not just an act of self-control, it is a critical practice of spiritual warfare. But this raises a critical question. What are these forces? Who is this enemy, both in the world and within ourselves, that a chosen one must be so prepared to face? Understanding your opposition is the next crucial step in safeguarding your divine mission. We left off with the critical understanding that mastering your emotions is a form of spiritual warfare. When your inner world is in chaos, your spiritual defenses crumble, leaving you vulnerable to the very forces you are here to combat. This is not a modern psychological trick. It is an ancient truth understood by even the most divinely chosen leaders. Consider the story of Moses. Even after leading his people from bondage, a single moment of uncontrolled frustration, striking the rock instead of speaking to it, cost him his entry into the promised land. This shows us that even the most powerful prophets can falter if they do not learn to master the storm within. So, how does one achieve this? It begins with radical self-awareness. When you feel anger rising or anxiety creeping in, you must learn to create a sacred pause. In that pause, ask yourself, why am I feeling this? What is the true root? Often, the surface emotion is just a symptom of a deeper fear, an unresolved wound, or an unmet expectation. By addressing the root, you heal the cause instead of just reacting to the effect. Next, you must practice emotional regulation. This is the art of responding with wisdom rather than reacting with impulse. That sacred pause you create gives you the space to breathe, to center yourself, and to ask, what is the wisest course of action? This does not mean you suppress your feelings. Suppressed emotions are like poison that festers in the soul. Instead, you acknowledge the feeling, you honor it as a messenger, but you do not grant it the power to dictate your actions. You are the master of your emotions, not the other way around. In fact, your emotions can become a source of immense power. Your righteous anger can be channeled into fuel for positive change. Your sorrow can deepen your empathy, motivating you to heal and uplift a suffering world. Secret 8. Maintain balance in all things. Balance is the cornerstone of a chosen one's life. Without it, even the most powerful spiritual warrior can fall. Think of yourself as a tightrope walker, balancing perfectly between the physical world below and the spiritual realm above. Lose your balance, and you fall into the chaos of one or the neglect of the other. To maintain this sacred equilibrium, you must first prioritize your spiritual connection above all else, no matter how busy life gets. Your daily time for prayer, meditation, and reflection is non-negotiable. This is the anchor that holds you steady in the storm. Second, you must practice radical self-care. You cannot pour from an empty cup. Your physical, mental, and emotional well-being are the pillars that support your spiritual temple. Neglect them, and the entire structure weakens. This leads to the third practice, learning to say no. People will gravitate toward your light, but you are not responsible for solving everyone's problems. Saying no when you are overextended is not selfish. It is a necessary act of wisdom to preserve your energy for your true mission. Finally, cultivate a balanced mindset, avoiding extremes in belief or behavior. You are living in both the spiritual and physical worlds. Honor them both. This balance is especially crucial in your relationships. Surround yourself with those who support your growth and understand your mission. But balance doesn't mean cutting off everyone who is struggling. It means discerning how much of yourself to give without losing yourself in the process. Secret 9. Protect your spirit from negative energies. As the chosen one, you are like a finely tuned instrument, able to pick up on subtle energies and vibrations that others miss. This gift of sensitivity also makes you more susceptible to negative energies and spiritual attacks. These attacks are real. They can manifest as overwhelming fear, confusion, doubt, or even physical illness. Therefore, spiritual protection is not optional. It is essential. Your ultimate shield is your strong connection to the divine. This is your fortress. Maintain it through daily spiritual practice. Second, use spiritual tools to fortify your defenses. This can be as simple as speaking words of protection, such as declaring, "I am surrounded by divine light, and no weapon formed against me shall prosper." Use affirmations, sacred symbols, or whatever resonates with your soul. Third, you must cleanse your energy regularly. Just as you wash your physical body, you must cleanse your spiritual body of the energetic grime you pick up from toxic people or environments. Rituals like smudging with sage, bathing in salt water, or visualizing a waterfall of pure white light washing over you can release these negative attachments. Be aware of the signs of a spiritual attack: a sudden sense of dread, recurring negative thoughts, or feeling completely disconnected from your purpose. When you recognize these signs, do not panic. Stand firm in your faith. Call on divine assistance, and remember that fear is the enemy's most effective tool. Do not give it power. Secret 10. Maintain an unshakable connection to the divine. This final secret is the foundation upon which all others are built. Your connection to the divine is your lifeline, the source of your wisdom, your protection, and your power. It is the root system that anchors the great tree of your mission. How do you strengthen it? Prioritize daily communion above all else. The demands of the world will always try to distract you, but neglecting your connection to the divine is the most dangerous thing you can do. If Jesus, in the midst of his world-changing ministry, needed to withdraw to solitary places to pray, how much more do we? You must also develop spiritual listening. We often approach prayer as a one-sided conversation, but the divine is always speaking through your intuition, through signs, through that still, small voice that nudges you in the right direction. Quieting the noise of the world and your own mind is essential to hearing it. Finally, a strong connection requires surrender. This is not passive resignation, it is active trust. It is releasing the need to control everything and trusting that a plan far greater than you can imagine is unfolding for your highest good. When you surrender, you align yourself with divine timing, divine wisdom, and divine power. Your faith is the cornerstone of this surrender. It is not the absence of doubt, but the decision to move forward despite it, knowing you are guided, protected, and never, ever alone. You were not chosen for an easy life, but for a meaningful one. These secrets are not rules designed to bind you, but sacred tools designed to empower you. They are the keys to the armory of your soul, preparing you for the great work you were sent here to do. Your path is sacred, your mission is vital, and you are never alone. Forces greater than you can imagine are guiding your every step. Walk forward with courage, with wisdom, and with the unshakable faith of one who knows they are here for a reason. If this message has spoken to the truth within your soul, then your journey with us is just beginning. Subscribe to our channel and join a community of chosen ones who are walking this path of purpose together. Let us strengthen each other for the mission ahead. Stay blessed.